Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So what I want to talk about today is, some things that I'm trying to search on YouTube to see what, you guys are searching, or what things that aren't out there for you guys to see, to do something a little bit different than everybody else. So I was thinking about spring cleaning the other day, and with spring cleaning, obviously, winter's over. Maybe you guys are already shooting indoor. Maybe you guys are starting to shoot outdoor, 3D courses and stuff like that. But obviously every year what you want to do is you want to get your bow out, you want to clean it off, you want to make sure your center shot is on, you want to make sure your D-loop on your string is where it was the last time you had it on, your serving isn't splitting or stretching, which can throw off obviously your tuning a little bit. You want to make sure your center shot is back on 13/16, depending on if you're going to get a new arrow and you're going to start paper tuning again. So you need a basic starting point, and that's what I'm going to talk about here today. But we're not getting into the technical side of that stuff today. Well, obviously you guys know how to tune. You guys know how to check your timing marks on your cams if you have a double cam or single cam. Obviously you haven't shot your bow in a while, so you don't know 100% if your string stretched a little bit, so you got to check all that stuff. Check your center shot, check your knocking point. You want to make sure you're on your knocking point. Obviously make sure your peep didn't slide up and down. So after we do all that stuff, the bow is tuned, the bow is ready to go outside, you shot it through paper, it is on. This is what I want to talk about today. So what we're going to do is spring cleaning. Do you guys ever clean your bowstring? Do you guys just buy a new bow every year that you don't have to? Do you guys, buy a bow every 2 years? Well, some people don't. Some people keep their bow, 5 years plus. So what I'm going to talk about today is the proper way to clean your string to make sure that your string looks like it's brand new every single year. So like I said, check your D-loop. If your D-loop's worn out, cut that off. Check your serving underneath. See if it's splitting, see if it's separating. If it's starting to separate and slide, that's going to mean you're going to need a new center serving. So I highly recommend marking that off, tying a brand new center string on there, and then going back to your soft knots and then tying a D-loop on and making sure that's all on center shot with your rest and everything is perfect and level out with your arrow of choice for this year. After that is all taken care of, like I said, your peeps in where it needs to be, how to clean your string to make your string look brand new every single time. I do this about 3 times a year or 3 times a season. I'll do it once, obviously, when I tune my bow up, make sure everything is on. I'll do it once before the season, and then I'll do it once after hunting season, and I'll clean my whole bow down to take any care of dust, debris, and stuff when you're out in the woods, sticker boot branches. Stickers can get in your string sometime, or stuck up around your cams when you're walking through the woods. So that's what we're going to do today. So the only 3 things you're going to need for this, and it's pretty simple, would be a paper towel. You will need a piece of serving, and obviously you're going to need string wax. So the first step of all this would be just clean your string. Now don't rub too hard, but put enough tension when you're rubbing back and forth on that string. And I'll show you. When you rub back and forth on that string, you can see all the dirt and debris coming off that string. So every place that it isn't served, and you can go over the serving just a little bit. And if you have a bow press like this, you can take your string off and you can do this as well. But obviously you're going to have to check your timing and stuff like that, make sure nothing has moved. But I want you to go over all the strings and cables like such, and you can see all the dirt that's coming off. And I know a lot of people that don't even wax their strings, through summer, spring, and fall, stuff like that. Especially if you shoot all year round like I do. I like to shoot my bow as much as I can, even if I have one target out in the snow at 20 yards. That's kind of what I'll do. Alright, so next step, you saw all the dirt. Now I'm not 100% sure, but extra weight on your string is not good if you're you're trying to be, persistent at, longer ranges and stuff like that. So next step will be the wax. Just going to go over your servings and your string that's exposed that isn't served, just very lightly. Just get an even coat, around the string. You don't have to glob it on or anything like that. And that's it. So with wax, what you want to try to do is what I call heating up the string. So you're going to put your fingers obviously with good amount of tension, and you're just going to keep rubbing it back and forth, just as such. I'll try to zoom in a little bit for you. Back and forth just as such until you heat your fingers up, and you're heating that wax up, and the wax is actually melting. The wax is melting into the string, and that's what you want. You want the wax to go in the string. Don't be afraid to get a little bit on your D-loop or stuff like that around your soft knot. That's fine. This is just to keep the string lubricated. And what you want also, if you're out hunting and you're in the rain, you want that string to be watertight. You want it to be sealed from the elements. So having a little extra wax on that's just a little tacky, I think is a good thing. It's my personal preference. I do a lot of hunting, in the rain and stuff like that. When you only get 1 or 2 days off a week, you want to make sure you're out there in the woods as much as possible, just so you can take advantage of an opportunity. So once, like I said, this is real simple, real easy. This will take you guys 5 minutes, and I don't understand why people don't wax their strings. So strings are all wax. And now when most people say, well, you have a thick coating over there, this is the cool part. So this is where the center, the piece of center serving or just a piece of regular peep serving will come into play. And I'll zoom in for you on this one. See if I can get right up on that string. Just like that. That's pretty much what you want to do with this serving. Where the string is not served, you're just going to spin it around to make a closed loop around the string, just as such. And then you're not going to put a lot of pressure. You're just going to slide it down the string until you hit another serving. And you're going to see, you're going to put globs of wax off. And this pretty much is taking all the excess wax off that isn't needed, and is going to seal your string. And you're just going to go down through each part. You don't have to worry about the spots that are served. They can stay a little tacky, but you can see that all the excess wax off. You can peel it off, put it on your paper towel. I'll actually try to get it close up here for you. But your string, I don't know if you can see that. Your string will look like it just came off the assembly line when you bought the new bow. So that's my little tip for today. Wanted to get this video out here just so you can start tuning your bows up after you get all that done and everything's shooting great. Take care of your strings. Most strings cost around 160 bucks if you want like a platinum series string like from ABB like I did. These are just regular zebra strings from Matthews on my girlfriend's bow. So she doesn't shoot that much, but obviously you want to keep everything looking good as new. Obviously you want to take care of your equipment, because buying a new string is pretty expensive, and then if you order a string online and you don't have a bow press, you have to pay someone to do it, and that can be costly. That can be anywhere from 75 bucks to 100 bucks. So you're gonna have $300 plus wrapped up into a string, and it's just because you didn't take care of it, and that can happen all in one season. So take care of your equipment. That's my tech tip of today. If you like what you saw today, please ring the bell, please subscribe. Hopefully I'll see you guys next time.